Somebody mic up.
What up? What up? Welcome back to Behind the Boot, a Louisiana sports podcast. We back for episode. What was this? Six? Episode
Six.
six, where you can get weekly update on everything Louisiana sports, whether that's Saints, Pelicans, LSU football, basketball, whatever it is. If it's Louisiana and it's sports, we got y'all. So we doing something a little different this week. We pretty much gonna just shoot the shit because it ain't really that much going on this week. Slow news week in Louisiana sports. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the Pels, go over a little bit of draft news for the Saints, and maybe a little update on spring football. But I want to start with them boys down there in the Smoothie King Center, man. What y'all think, man? Right when I was giving up hope, it looked like it's turning around. What y'all think? We got a shot? Realistically, 0 to 10. What y'all think the chances is we getting that play in?
A big fat zero, Ron. Big fat one.
It's a
I
little
wouldn't
harsh,
say
Jared. It's a
zero.
little harsh.
Yeah, I wouldn't say zero.
I, if
Come
I was
on,
me,
come
I'll
on,
give it a.
fellas.
I'll give it a four. 4 out of 10.
Ah,
40% chance. Only
these guys are
because.
done.
Only because they played the Golden State Warriors 3 times. So if they take care of business
They got to
and
win
beat
all
the
three.
Warriors, then they'll end it in. If they just beat the Warriors, they in the playoffs because they're
Yeah,
gonna have the tiebreaker over them, and that's 3 games. So all they
yeah,
gotta do is just win probably 2 more games after that, and they're gonna be in the play. Because really, every game against the Warriors is gonna count as basically 2 games,
yep,
basically. So if that wasn't the case, if they didn't have to play the Warriors, they just to play like random teams, maybe like Detroit or Sacramento or something like that, I'd have been a little more worried. But since they're playing a team they have to beat, they might beat the Golden State Warriors.
But do you expect them to win?
I
I
think
Do I
I
expect them?
think
Not really.
I don't.
well, this is my thing. So I noticed that when the Pelicans feel like they have to perform good, aka they play top level teams, outside of like a couple games, I know like Brooklyn worked out on us, and it was one more team I can't forget. It was early in the season though, where we really got it was Phoenix. Phoenix worked out on us, but outside of that, when they play those top level teams, they rise to the occasion. Somebody posted some shit. They posted like teams that was over 500. Like we got like a 75% win percentage against them niggas. You know what I mean? Against the top talent teams. It's when they play these sorry, like the Pistons, the Timberwolves, that's when they just feel like they ain't gotta give 100 and they get work. They lose
That's my
games.
problem with them, bro. Like you can't
That is a
have
fact.
a half-ass outing in the playoffs. Y'all want to get to the playoffs so bad for what? For y'all to come out and embarrass everybody on national television? That's all you're gonna do. You can't come out half-ass in the playoffs. You have to play hard every goddamn dribble of the court. Like like playoff basketball is intense. Like it's pressure
Yeah.
built, pressure packed. You can't just well I'm gonna take this player off or I'm gonna play half-ass defense right here. Like people trying to win a championship. Like it's not just championship is on the line. Like it's bonuses on the line. Like life changing stuff could happen just by a motherfucker winning a championship. You know what I'm saying? You could be riding the bench and it could be life changing stuff because it's a bonus. Everybody gets a bonus by winning a championship. So everybody going their hardest and everything. So you can't half ass it. And that's my problem with this team. It's either 100%
Yeah, it's
or
pathetic
20%.
effort. Yep. I
You
think
can't.
they try to play down the competition. So when they play teams like Minnesota, they think, all right, tonight, not necessarily take the night off, but we don't have to go as hard as if we play the Clippers, or we don't have to go as hard as if we play the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like teams like that. And that's why I kind of got hope going into this because I think it finally sunk in that all right, no matter who the opponent is, every game is a must win. Like you have to win every game. Like you can't afford to take the night off. Now, my problem is if Steve make his way back into the rotation, that's why I think stuff could go south. I was actually in a locker room. I don't know if y'all heard the locker room app, but Nola Jake, the dude that do the Locked On Pels podcast, he was hosting a little room and they was talking about it, and a lot of people was they was talking about how Steven Adams is he not it. Like basically Willie Hernan Gomez do what we want Steven to do, except better. And I agree. Like I think if we could move Steve, you know what I'm saying? Like cause he actually hurt the team when he on the floor. Like he just not aggressive enough offensively. Like everybody can say what you want about rebounding, but Billy and Jax grab rebounds just as good as him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's been an
but I don't
outstanding
think,
rebounder this year.
but I don't think it ain't just about rebounding. Like, you gotta think about this too. Like, he's a way better defender than both of them.
I
Like, he's
don't
not gonna
know.
get pushed around. It's DeMarcus
He's more
Cousins.
physical than them.
DeMarcus Cousins was bullying Jackson Hayes
Yeah, he was. He
and
was.
and Woodard Home and Gomez last night. Bullying. DeMarcus is not gonna do that to Steven Adams.
Yeah.
And
I,
DeMarcus is not what DeMarcus Cousins was 5, 6 years ago, even 3 years
yeah.
ago. This is washed
True
up
that.
10-day contract DeMarcus Cousins, and
Yeah.
he was destroying them. You know what I'm saying? That's the big difference between Willie Herman Gomez, Jackson Hayes, and Steven Adams is the physicality and post interior defense. Which more than likely we're not gonna be really playing centers like that often, but when you're gonna
That's what
need them, you're gonna
yeah.
need them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
That's what I was about
it
to
ain't.
say though. I don't think too many bigs in the league plays physical like DeMarcus Cousins. Like most of the new era bigs is like stretches. They not power around the rim people. Like and DeMarcus Cousins not either. You know what I mean? He got an outside game too. And they was able to take that away. Like I think Jackson defended that type of stuff, like the little post fadeaways. He defended that good. You know what I mean? It was just obviously he can't handle when they putting that body on him under that rim. He can't defend that. But I don't know if Steve would have done too much better though. To be real,
Nah, come on, Ryan.
Yes,
Nah,
Steven
come
would
on.
definitely perform
I
better.
don't know. I
Uh,
don't
Like
know.
I don't. DeMarcus Cousins going to be able to back off Steven Adams. Steven Adams is stronger odds. But I do say this, like again, like Steven is not as nearly aggressive enough, and it's in his nature that he's not a guy that demands the ball or wants to score. Like he wants to fit the game in other ways, but it hurts the team because he's trying to do other stuff and like just like the 2 games, like a couple of nights ago when he lost the game against the Spurs, like he's trying to tip the ball when he had the rebound in his hand. Like
Yeah,
why are
that
we
was,
playing
yeah,
volleyball?
of course you
Like
do.
yeah.
He
when
did.
I
He
need
did
you to be
twice.
aggressive and grab the ball and swing a couple of bows to get motherfuckers off of you, that's all I need you to do. Like this is the crunch time. Like you have to secure those rebounds, and they scored a 3 and a 2. That's basically a 10-point swing
He did
in the
that.
clutch.
He did that 3 possessions in the clutch and smoked the rebound on all three. And if he would have grabbed just one, we win the game. One out of those three, we would have won. And he didn't do it. He was playing volleyball out there, man.
And I don't know if he just thought that somebody was maybe he felt a body and maybe he thought that they were gonna it would be more of a contested rebound, but he had both of them. Like there was no reason for him to just tap the ball out. I ain't nothing I hate more than a big man tapping the ball out. If you're a guard, whatever. But when you a goddamn 7 foot big man, man, grab the ball. You could have dove on the ground. Like I
Yeah.
don't care. Grab the
See,
rebound.
my thing is like those tip outs, it worked in certain situations, but in that particular, like we in the clutch minutes and we need them fucking rebounds, you gotta grab it. You know what I'm saying? Like put two hands on it. Like the thing that
Extra
bothered
possession
me
gave to me.
is after the second time he did it, I seen Najee Marshall go over to him and he put his hands out. He was like, two hands, bro. Two hands on the ball. Like, stop playing. And that worried me. When your rookie 10-day guy gotta tell you, and you supposed to know that. You supposed to be the veteran presence. Like we brought him in specifically for the veteran presence. You know what I mean? And he over there making rookie mistakes in a critical game. You know what I mean? I think we would be looking at I mean, we still would be chasing a 10 spot, but I think there would be a whole lot less pressure right now if we would have won that game. Because you needed to win against the Spurs. Needed
I have
to.
a I have a crazy stat for y'all. So the Pelicans are 11th in net rating since April 14th. But in that span, they got the third most losses in the NBA. What is that telling you? These guys suck.
They just can't
Can't
close.
can't
They
close, bro.
suck,
They
man.
can play. They can play 3 and 3/4 quarters. It's that last little stretch at the end of the fourth. They crumble every time, bro.
Hey, Ron,
Every
you,
time.
The
you know that
last
old
the
saying?
last 7 minutes of the game, bro.
Y'all
Can't
know that
close.
old saying, when it barks like a dog, if it look like a dog, it's a dog. Same applies. The Pelicans will be the same no matter what they do. They stink. They're gonna let us down. They brought you again, Ryan. They brought you again. I told you, stop letting them bring you in. You let
See,
it
but
happen. They're
I'm
gonna
I'm
Sit
disappoint you.
quiet, Jared.
I'm
Sit quiet,
I'm
Jared.
in.
I'm disappoint y'all, bro.
I'm in, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like certain situations force Stan to change the rotations around. And this is the part where I'm watching Stan and I'm looking at Griff to see what he gonna do. Cause I highly doubt that they like fire him after season one, which is just, it's unfortunate because I feel like a lot of the L's was on him. Like a lot of the L's is keeping Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams in the game in those clutch minutes. Like
No doubt.
if they the starters, cool. But you have to have, like, when it's close games and clutch minutes, you have to have the most effective five on the floor. I don't give a shit how much you paying Steven Adams. I don't give a shit how much you paying Eric Bledsoe. Like, if Nikhil Alexander Walker is dropping buckets, don't sit him down when he the hot hand in a situation where you need points. You know what I mean? And that's been like up until he got injured. That was like the story. Like I feel like Noah would be balling, and then we would get to them fourth quarter minutes, and then Bled would come back in and give us absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? And we lost a lot of games over that. We lost a lot of games over him having pride or wanting Jackson to earn his minutes. That's what him and Griff kept saying the whole year. You got to earn your minutes. And it's like,
Questionable.
nigga, what else he got to do to earn his minutes? He
You
giving
know,
he playing the most exciting basketball in the big position. I think he the most exciting big we got.
you know what I think, Ron. I know he was hurt most of the season, but Wenyan Gabriel showed me something. Why was Melly getting clock and he wasn't?
I
I,
don't know.
I'm feeling to understand that, like, this guy was actually knocking down threes. I mean, I knew it was garbage time. I knew they was up by like 30, but the guy still came out and performed and hit open shots.
But
Like,
he
that's all
played
we need.
meaningful minutes though. I don't know if you remember that play where he came in and he did the little Euro step layup in the lane. That it was still a game at that point. You know what I mean? And Winion was in the game in the first quarter. Like he played meaningful minutes in this game. And I watched you know me, I'm always watching the post game. Stan was saying the player that stuck out to him, because they gave player of the game to Billy, but he was saying the player that stuck out to him was Winion Gabriel. He was super impressed with how active he was. He brought good energy, which is all shit they were saying. Like I was excited going into the year for Winion Gabriel, and we just never saw him up until this point,
I
which is
think it kind of
questionable.
hurt. I think it kind of hurt Wyndon because Wyndon came in hurt. I think Wyndon was hurt for a while. He had a knee injury, so he was like inactive for like probably the first quarter of the season. I
Yeah,
guess whenever he came back, he was out of the rotation. Like he really didn't have much of a training camp. And Wyndon, he's a great defender, man. Like he's a good defender. He's athletic, 6'8". You know what I'm saying? He can run. So he's one of those wings. I mean, look like he can improve his shooting a little bit. So if he can do that, if he can give us something like Najee Marshall is giving, I mean, Wyndon Gilbert could be a somebody that can play because he's kind of a twin. He can play that 3 to 4, role. Him being about 6'8". You know what I'm saying? He can play the 4. So
yeah,
it could be something we could use him, but oh man, I'm telling you, man, like I'm banging my fist on the desk again, y'all. I really hope Nick Alexander will come back soon, man, for the stretch
yeah.
run because they are really missing his energy and defense. And then he could finally sit down Eric Bledsoe. I don't give a fuck how good Eric Bledsoe playing.
Hey,
I don't
I,
care.
I,
He
I,
played okay. Like
bro, I gotta
it's
shoot.
fine. I mean, that's
Ryan, don't
cool.
start, Ryan.
But
Hey,
what I'm talking about is the consistency. Him and Zoe. That's what gets on my nerves. Like them, they'll have these 3 or 4 game stretches to where they'll play good. They'll average 20 points. You know what I'm saying? Have a good little stretch, and then they will go 5 games where they will have below 9 points and just
yeah,
have like 5 turnovers apiece. And we can't have that at our 2 guards as handling the ball. Like that's
yeah.
unacceptable.
They
Y'all supposed to be taking
definitely
care of the ball.
they definitely can't afford to have bad games on the same night. Whenever they do, whenever both of them have them kind of games on the
Oh,
same
get
night, it's a
smoked.
guaranteed L for us. Guaranteed. But I was gonna say I gotta shoot my dog Eric Bledsoe some bail. He been balling the past few games, bro. The
Oh,
past 2 games, he been balling, man. I'm telling
But
you,
he should.
if Eric Bledsoe would have played like this for even half of the year, we wouldn't be even having a discussion about a 10 seed.
I'm
We
saying
would have a lot.
if he would be just doing this, if he would stay within himself, we wouldn't have had this problem. He tries to do too much. If he would just play defense and hit an open shot every here and there, he would have open lanes to go and drive, even if he want to drive, and be effective. But like he literally will go games to where he can't hit the backside of the wall.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Eric Bledsoe is wide open almost every play. They don't respect him at all.
yeah, but
Everybody was
they
leaving Eric Bledsoe
shouldn't
open.
though. He's not like a shooter. You know what I mean?
No,
He's most
but
effective, and AD say this all the time when we watching the games. AD always say Eric Bledsoe is the most effective going downhill, and I blame Stan for making him and Lonzo spot up all the time. Like, and I know that it's Stan making them do that. Like I know that that's the design of the offense for them to spot up. And I feel like they've reached a point in the season where they kind of told Stan, not directly like we ain't gonna listen, but they just feel like, all right, we gotta kind of take matters into our own hands, and they just playing ball. And so Eric Bledsoe been attacking. He been driving, drawing fouls, driving and kicking to the open shooters. He had a couple, 2 of Winion threes was driving kicks from Eric Bledsoe. Winion Gabriel went 2 for 3, which is damn solid. Like that's all we've been missing all year. Is somebody that you don't have to hit 8 threes. You don't have to be a dead eye shooter. Just knock down 2 threes off the driving kick. If we'd have been doing that all year, we would be 8 seed, 7 seed.
Ryan, I guarantee you won't be seeing this by Eric Bledsoe after tomorrow.
I got faith in my dude. I got
Ah,
faith in my dude.
now
He
that
gonna
should
he
be
gonna drop at least 15 next game.
oh,
Drop at
come
least 15.
on how many
on.
shots? What he'll go 4 for 15?
And how much turnovers?
He
Three
ain't gonna have a lot.
threes, three
He ain't gonna
threes,
have
and
a
he'll
lot.
go and he'll
Oh.
go 3 for 8 from the free throw line.
He gonna drop
15
15.
points.
He gonna drop 15 and 8 of them from the free throw line.
Oh,
Oh,
Getting in
please.
that paint, using that big body, man. This
please,
dude is a
man,
tank, man.
give me a break.
This dude is a tank, man. I'm telling you, I
And
got
give me
faith
a
in my
break here.
dude. I got
Give me
faith
a
in my
break.
dude Eric Bledsoe, and I got faith in my dude Lonzo Ball, man.
This is
So,
recorded.
question.
This is
It
recorded,
is.
so
It
he's
is.
all right.
We
Is
gonna run
definitely
this back.
recorded, so we will
We gonna
definitely
run this
run
back. I'm a matter
that
of fact.
blasphemy. You can
Matter of
respect.
fact, I'm
That's
gonna
what that
go.
is.
I'm gonna go back after we end this. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna clip me saying this before the game even start, and I'm posting it to Twitter. That way, I'm gonna double down on it. I want everybody to see I'm not playing. Eric Bledsoe dropping at least 15 points, and he getting to that lane. He gonna get to the line at least 3 4 times.
So
Oh
another question I
boy.
want to ask y'all, fellas. Um, what do y'all think about us just blowing the game from the free throw line?
Oh,
Like we
pathetic.
are the second to worst team free throw percentage in the league.
Disgusting.
We were dead last year. You ought to know at 69%. This year we had 70, 71 point something. So is this more of a mental thing? Is this a coaching thing? Or we just got a bunch of broke ass motherfuckers from the free throw line that can't shoot?
That's just it.
Or is it a
The
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 collection?
latter.
the
The latter,
main
Ben.
the main
The latter.
people that get to the line is Steven Adams and Zion, and neither one of them is good free throw shooters. Like I love Big Z,
Zion,
but
Zion has been improving on the free throw. He's shooting like 7%,
he
but he's
had a
right at that average.
he
But what
had a
I'm saying,
stretch where he was good, but recently he's
yeah,
been really
yeah,
bad.
he definitely been missing. But it's been a collective effort. Everybody been going through the free throw line missing. Brandon Ingram was missing. Lonzo can't hit the backside of Bourne. Eric Bledsoe shooting like 65% from the free throw line. When you got your guards shooting under 70% from the free throw line, it's a problem.
Yeah,
You can't close games. You need your guards out there that's capable of handling the ball to be able to knock down clutch free throws. And I really feel that that's a big problem, and it needs to be, taken care of immediately because free throw shooting, especially in the late part of games, will win and lose the game. And
yeah,
once you start missing, bro, it's contagious. I'm
yeah,
telling you, bro. Like when you start missing from the free throw line at the end of the game, bro, it's like a fucking black plague. It goes to everybody. It's in everybody's head.
yeah.
And like it's really just disgusting how we can't hit free throws.
And not just that, it's like just over the course of the season, we've been having trouble getting whistles, bro. Like I feel like other teams, they fucking any little thing, bro. You look at somebody too hard and they go into the line. Zion gotta get murdered going up just to shoot some free throws. So it's like when you get there, you gotta hit them, bro. You have to hit them. Like we don't get enough free throws as it is. So like when you get to the line, you have to knock them down,
And something else I
and they
noticed,
don't.
I've never seen a guy like Zion, like just any player, get caught for so many charges and they overturn it. Like it's like every game I see Zion get called for a charge and stand challenging and they overturn it. Just because Zion is big, it doesn't mean it's a charge.
Yeah,
And
but
that's what be
but
pissing me off about
that's
this,
what they
bro.
do, which is why they never blow the whistle for like the shooting foul, because it's like
As
he's so
soon as
strong they don't affect his
as
body.
soon as he put down his shoulder, a motherfucker go flying across the floor and slide. Like, bro, that's a flop. I like
Yeah,
what you. And then they call the nigga reversed the call. Now we out of a fucking challenge because you not doing your job right then and there. Like it's really pathetic officiating. Like you see a dude still slide, moving his feet to get in position. How is that a charge? Like,
yeah.
and that's every time he goes to the paint, there's a motherfucker trying to slide under him to get contact to get a charge. And like, I really feel like that's one is dangerous because like it's too much. He's taking too many collisions. I think it's entirely too much collisions, bro. It's dangerous and it's aggravating because these dudes are putting their body on the line to draw a charge, like for no reason. Like, just put your hands up and take the shot. Like, you don't have to flop every goddamn play.
Yeah.
And like it's going like some I really feel that is entitled to Nicholas he's taking and like something might happen. Like it could be something freakish. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't like all them bodies around his lower half, man. That shit really makes me nervous.
Well, that's what they was talking about today in Jake Madison shit in his locker room convo. They was basically saying the reason that that's happening is because him and Bi play in the mid range mostly, and Zion obviously play at the rim. And even though Bi is a pretty good shot creator, they don't have nobody else that's a threat as far as like spacing. Outside of Lonzo, which is kind of a little bit of respect, and
Yeah,
even he
yeah.
not like people not really scared or so.
Young
Like they
ass shit.
almost let him shoot too. He just been hitting them, but
That's why we need now, bro. Hey.
yeah,
The Callers and the Walker brother threat, bro. Like they respect him for the threat. Like if they don't let Nikhil just shoot, they know he gonna dot their eyes. Like
yeah.
they ain't gonna let cause
But it's
you know
like it's
Nikhil Jack anyway. He gonna shoot no matter who on. But
yeah.
open, nah, he's definitely a threat.
There was a play when Eric Bledsoe had the ball against the Nets, and Kyrie stood in the paint and just was
Yeah.
like, "Shoot that."
Shoot
Eric
that.
Bledsoe took 3 seconds, squared up, and every. It was almost like a free throw from three,
Brick.
and still brick. Like, come on,
Smoked
dude.
it.
Like
Smoked it like a grape swisher.
that's the main
So
thing going into the next season. I don't want to stay on this too long. We can move on and talk about the draft and stuff. But The main thing I want to see next season is hopefully we move some people around and get like some shooters. I know Jalen Brunson is possibly a free agent, and I would really like them to go after Jalen Brunson. That would be solid. I really
Malcolm
like Jalen
Brogdon
Brunson.
too. I think Malcolm Brogdon is a free agent, so I think he's a restricted free agent though. Malcolm Brogdon, so
Yeah,
I could dig that. That's a good fit. Good 3 and D point guard.
yeah,
I could really like that, and he's big, so we'll
yeah.
see. But if we
It
have any
makes too
fucking
much
money to spend
sense.
on him, bro.
It makes too much sense.
You never know, man. I low key kind of trust Griff. And shout out last thing before we move on. Shout out Didi, man. He officially a pal.
Big
Said
facts.
he gonna be wearing number 0. So I'm excited to see what that
When is he
guy gonna.
playing? I want to go look it up and see when he can start playing.
I don't know. I mean, he's available next game. Like he's on the roster and active. So
And my boy, the real JJ, is probable for next game.
he is. He is.
James Johnson.
So
Let's
who's
go.
gonna be in after? So are they cutting somebody, or they still had open roster spot, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think they did. They had open roster spot.
Yeah. Well, I think they got rid of didn't they get rid of the dude they signed after they let RT go? The 3-point shooter we got.
No, he's still playing.
I think he's
OG.
still on the.
Yeah, he's still
They
playing.
released somebody else though. Right before they signed Didi, they released
Okay.
somebody else.
Okay.
But but
All right. Well, shit, we gonna take it across the way and talk about the Saints, man. Draft almost here.
Slide on to Maryland.
Yep. What y'all think about the draft, man? Who we looking at realistically?
uh, I don't know, man. We need defense, bro. I
I think
need
they
I need a
gotta go corner,
cornerback.
right? Yep.
I need a cornerback because there's absolutely nobody on this other side from Marshawn Lattimore besides PJ Williams. And we all know about that guy. So uh,
Yeah.
you need a cornerback, either a cornerback or a linebacker. Whoever is better, best player available. Pick him,
Yeah.
bro.
I see a lot of the mock drafts got us taking the corner out of Georgia, Tyson Campbell.
I like
That's who
Tyson, bro.
popping up.
Tyson is a big ranging corner. Very fast, good ball skills. Um, ain't much of a tackler, but what cornerback is in this age. They don't
Good
want to
point.
tackle.
Good
But
point.
I can see them going offense, man. I can
Oh,
really see them going receiving. If the right receiver falls in Sean Payton's hands, just because we don't have a
he's
true
your
two
boy.
right now, we don't have a true number 2. Our number 2 right now is Marquez Callaway and Tre'Quan Smith. So I think right now, receiver is a very top heavy draft. So they're going to have about 7 receivers that probably be drafted in the first 2 or 3 rounds, and then that's going to tail off. I think linebacker is pretty deep as well as corner. I think corner is good in depth as well. So you might be able to find, I wouldn't say a starter, but we got a second and 2/3. I think we can maybe find maybe a borderline starter in cornerback in the second round. And then the third round, we could address the linebacker position. We could take 2 linebackers, or we could take a linebacker and a pass rusher. The Saints in the third round always hit. Like the past 5, 6 years, we've been hitting in the third round.
Yeah. And I
So I
heard that
think the third round could be a good gym. Third, I mean, it's a good depth draft for linebackers. I think that we can get a linebacker in the third round and possibly start day one beside Mario Davis.
yeah,
So
just real quick, speaking about the linebacker in round 3, I heard that Jabril Cox impressed the fuck out of the Saints. So that's pretty exciting. Hopefully they get a LSU guy. But they for whatever reason they don't like picking LSU guys. So
Never
we'll
do.
see what happens. We'll see. But they said that Jabril really impressed them. Whatever they saw at his pro day, they was impressed. So we'll
I
see what
mean,
happens.
he's a pass. He's your prototype of a linebacker these days. You know what I'm saying? He's not big, but he's more of your pass coverage typical linebacker in today's NFL.
Alexander,
Yeah, He's rangy. He can cover you tight end. He can run sideline to sideline. That's your prototypical linebacker. I just feel like they're not gonna get him because he's from LSU. But you know how that works. But I would love to pick because I feel like Terrence Marshall. I feel like the only way the Saints pick a wide receiver in round one is if Terrence Marshall falls. Which I mean, I saw a report today saying that Baltimore is definitely looking for Lamar Jackson, a wide receiver. So, and I think Baltimore like 27. I think they're like right before the Saints. So I don't think he's gonna fall to the Saints. I just feel like they're gonna go best player available, whatever position, necessary. Because I feel like you can get Kadarius Toney in like round two, maybe. Kadarius Toney is a nice
You probably have
sleeper.
to trade him up on round two. Like he'll fall, but I think he'll be first 10 picks. So they'll probably have to package a third and a second to move up, and they probably can do that. I think they're. I don't think the Saints are candidates to move up in the first round. I hope they
Nah,
don't.
nah,
I
nah.
really hope they don't. But in the second and third round, I think they can package some stuff together and move up and get the person they want if they do fall.
Yeah.
So, but I think we can get who we need and some immediate impact players in those first, you know, what we got 4 picks. So we got a first, second, and 2/3. So we can get
Yeah.
some real immediate impact, cheap rookie players that can come in and make an impact on us immediately and make the roster make us a little better. But I do think our offense is lacking some explosion. So that's what I think if they do take somebody else in the first beside a defender or a linebacker or a corner, it's definitely going to be wide out. And if Terrence Marshall is there, doubt they'll take him, but it's going to probably be Rondell Moore or Kadarius. Mainly because I think they have a receiver like Terrence Marshall already, Michael Thomas. So I just think that they will want to draft somebody to go over the top, so Janice can throw them deep bombs.
Yeah.
Terrence can run now, dude. He
Yeah,
can
I
run.
like Terrence. I mean, you can't tell me he can't run, but that I'm just going to watch. Sean Payton like a little short, speedy receiver. That's just
Well, see, but I think that's more so because Drew Brees like them. Now that we got a different look on offense, I don't know what they gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm kind of curious to see how we gonna look. But I do kind of think like we let go of Emmanuel, and so like the receivers we got, while they not bad, I do think they need an upgrade. You know what I mean? I just don't know if they go draft to do it or what they figure out. But unlike the Pelicans, I trust the Saints. I feel like they gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? Whatever they do, they gonna figure it out.
Big
So
facts. Big facts.
yeah. But I guess that's it for the draft. We'll be able to like recap and we'll do a whole like situation where we grade each pick and react to everything whenever it happened. But any update with like LSU on the spring football?
Yeah, not really.
Nothing important.
Nah, it's just they had the official scrimmage last weekend? One of the weekends. I think it was. Man, yeah. And it was just, like I said, it was glorified practice. And a lot of people was hurt. A lot of people never even played. You know what I'm saying? But just to look at the quarterbacks, that was the most important thing. See how they looked. And the defensive line looked pretty good. But right now, it's just, I think they're getting ready to, I think they got like a couple more weeks maybe of spring. And then they go on their break. And then they go back uh, for the summer. So I think
Yeah,
that's about it.
that's a bet. So we'll what happened there?
I said, yeah, it's gonna be going through a dead period right now, so it's gonna be a bunch of just nothing as far as the college football now. It's gonna be a dead period probably until after the spring football for high school, and then it's gonna
Yeah.
pick back up. So it'll probably be May before we start getting some news and seeing when they're gonna start doing some more workouts and all that stuff. So that's probably gonna
Yeah.
be. But on another note, it looked like the old lady Tigers about to be back on top.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm glad you brought that up, man. It got
Big
a
facts.
big
Big
little
facts.
coaching hire, bro.
Shout out
I'm
to Kim
actually,
Mulkey, man. Part
Kim.
of Hammond, Louisiana, bro. Right down the
Yeah.
road. Right down the
yep,
road. She back home, bro. After 21 years at Baylor, bro. 3
yep,
national titles, man. You got championship pedigree coming back to the Tigers, and after them teams in the mid to early 2000 teams around there, and '04 through 10, that was just elite. Simone Augustus,
yeah.
Tina Charles, those
Sylvia
legends, Sylvia
Files.
Fowle, you know,
Uh,
She coached the Brittany
they
Griner team too, huh?
yeah, she got Brittany Griner. I think they won in what that was in 2012. She won. But I think Brittany Griner won when she was a freshman or something like that. How
Yeah.
long Brittany Griner been in the league? I really I think it's like at least 5 years. Huh?
It's been a little minute. She not like super
Five.
old or nothing, but
Yeah, she like
it's
5, 6 years she been in the league. So yeah, they won in 2012 and 19. Recently was 19, but Brittany Griner was gone then. So I think she won it like Brittany Griner's freshman year or something like that. Like Brittany Griner was young. So I think she
yeah.
won like her freshman year for Brittany Griner. But man, I really hope they can bring back some recruits, man, because LSU's been losing a lot of recruits to these other schools that really couldn't mess with LSU in basketball. Like you see Mississippi State make a couple of Final Four runs, South Carolina. They took the place. They took all the recruits that were going to LSU to where they're at. So they were on the rise. So I think that could switch the tide back over to LSU because that P Mac was rocking when the women's was good.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I think Kim
That's
Mulkey, she can recruit. So I don't think that's a problem. And you got the transfer portal already, immediate eligibility. So
True that. True
I
that.
mean, people gonna want to come play. I mean, just for LSU, but now you got Kim Mulkey too. Oh man, you know,
yeah.
And
I'm
I
it's
like
actually
to say,
excited for that.
and I like to say
facts.
this. I don't know if y'all know too much about the high school basketball over here in Louisiana as far as the women's, but they got some hoopers right now for these girls over here in Louisiana now. So I think they were trending to go somewhere. I think the one last year, I forgot where she was from, but she was like one of the top recruits. She went somewhere up north. I think she went to like Georgetown or something like that. She went somewhere up north, but that was one that got away from LSU. But they have a girl from Lagrange and Lake Charles that they won like 2 straight championships before. That is
So
a dog, and like she won state MVP 2 years in a row. And they got one from also Lake Arthur. Little chick, I forgot her name. I'll have to look that up and get y'all the better details. But they got some hoopers, man. I'm telling you, like if she could get them to stay in state, those are two like top recruits in the country right now. I think they could go back on top real quick. So if she could get them to stay in state, it's not gonna be long before they could be hosting up a championship. Women's.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that because I need LSU one of the teams, either the men's or the women's, to be in the tournament, man. Because the men's really let me down this past year. That was like my first time kind of getting invested in a season in a while, and they let me down. But
They just didn't have the talent this year, right? They didn't
yeah,
have it, man.
there's no
yeah,
defense, bro. Boy couldn't play defense with the shit.
And no big men neither, bro. No big men. And no big men.
And no
yeah,
big man, yeah. But I give Kim Mulkey 2 years till they make an immediate impact in the tourney.
I think
Sweet
that,
yeah,
like I said, like,
16.
like we was
Sweet
talking about
16,
earlier, bro. I really
year
think
two.
that she's gonna make it. They're gonna be a tournament team this year. I
yeah. I
really
think
think
so
that.
too.
I really
Oh
think
yeah,
they're gonna be
yeah.
a tournament
Oh
team
yeah.
this year, no matter what. Now, as far as being like championship contender, like Sweet 16, Elite Eight, I'll give it 2 years. Because this right here is not gonna be a real recruiting class. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Yeah,
then again, like she's been recruiting for Baylor, so maybe the Baylor recruit she was getting is gonna kick down the little trip down
Yeah.
down I 49 or what that is, I 55 going to Dallas or 35, and then come down 49 to Shreveport and take that 10 and come to Baton
yeah,
Rouge, man. So
yeah.
I say it might not be a complete wash, but hopefully.
Yeah, and then again, it's not like she was walking into like a complete shit program. Like it's still LSU. So I got good hopes for they first season. But like you said, I'll give it till year two. Year two, I got like high expectations. You know what I mean? But we'll see what's up, man. I'm actually excited for like the new upcoming like high school stuff. I can't wait to cover high school football. We
Right.
definitely gonna have some good guests on the pod for people who've been rocking with us. We got some little inside perspective on high school sports. So we're gonna have some guests coming and everything. But I mean, I think we had a good little spot to wrap it up for this week. Unless y'all had something else y'all wanted to add in there.
I think yeah, man. Just
Nah,
the only thing I'm kind of excited to see this draft on how these quarterbacks gonna fall, man. I really think that Mike Shanahan might get his ass fired the next year if he take Mac Jones number 3 overall over
Yeah,
Atlanta. But ain't
questionable.
no skin off my shoulder. Let him go and take Mac Jones.
yeah. All right, man. Well, solid little pod this week, man. We gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Dan, tell the people where they can find you at.
Look at DJ Go, man. As look at DJ underscore Go. It's Cajun Way. GAUX. All
That's what's up.
platforms. Facebook is Daniel Papillon. So
Ain't
I'm
no
at
other
all
way.
platforms, yo.
That's what's up. Y'all go follow my boy Dan Jarrett. Tell the people where they can find you.
Uh, your boy is on Twitter at go wit underscore Dufflo. Also the Cajun way. There's no other way but the Cajun way.
That's a
But
fact.
and on Facebook, Jerrette Popillion. I'm the only Jerrette I know of. So that's your
Fact.
boy. And pray for your boy for my parlay. Let's go Timberwolves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if y'all wanted to follow your boy at Lil Doom SJE, Instagram and Twitter. I don't really mess around on Facebook too much. Twitter is the best place to holler at me. So at Lil Doom SJE. Um, we'll definitely be back next week. Get a little bit more into the draft and everything. But we'll see y'all next week for episode 7, man.